US blames Iran regime for Saudi oil attack. Donald Trump said on Sunday the United States was locked and loaded for a potential response to the attack on Saudi Arabia's oil facilities after a senior US administration official said Iran was to blame. Trump also authorized the use of US emergency oil stockpile to ensure a stable supply after the attack, which shut down 5% of world production and sent crude prices soaring more than 19% in early trade on Monday, before moderating to show a 10% gain. A senior US official told reporters that evidence from the attack, which hit the world's biggest oil processing facility, indicated Iran was behind it instead of the Yemeni Houthi group that claimed responsibility. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo also said there was no evidence the attack came from Yemen. He said, amid all the calls for de-escalation, Iran has now launched an unprecedented attack on the world's energy supply. Trump says, incorrect, he is willing to meet with Iranian regime with no conditions. US President Donald Trump on Sunday appeared to play down the chances that he would be willing to meet with Iranian regime officials, saying reports that said he would do so without conditions are not accurate. Trump tweeted, "The fake news is saying that I am willing to meet with Iran, no conditions. That is an incorrect statement, as usual." Attack on prisoners of conscience after protesting prison conditions. Iranian Sunni prisoners of conscience were attacked and beaten by Gourdash prison guards in Karaj after protesting prison conditions and denial of medical treatment. Many were injured but are still in solitary confinement. Reports indicate that the prison guards beat the prisoners using electric shock and truncheons. The prisoners had previously staged hunger strikes in July to protest the authorities' abuse of prisoners and ignoring their problems such as lack of space, not being allowed to phone their loved ones, deprivation of light and clean air, and being locked up inside their cells without being allowed to go out for fresh air. Iran politician calls for seizing Canadian ships. The former chairman of the National Security and Foreign Policy Committee of the Iranian Parliament has called for the seizure of Canadian vessels sailing in the Persian Gulf to compensate for tens of millions of dollars worth of Iranian government property seized by Canada. Heshmatullah Falah et Pisher insisted that the Iranian military should seize all vessels carrying goods and products to or from Canada as soon as possible, and Canadian assets inside Iran should be confiscated. He said an official list of Canadian assets and properties inside Iran should be prepared. The Canadian Supreme Court ruled on August 7th that Iranian assets in Canada should be sold and the proceeds allocated to victims of Tehran-related terrorism.